Ukraine, a nation most of the states didn't know about, a people unknown until war showed the world who they are. For the world, this attack by Russia is new and tragic, but for Ukraine, Russian aggression has been prevalent for decades. In 2020, I went to Ukraine for what I thought would be a short 3-month mission trip to teach Ukrainians how to study and understand the Bible. In the first 2 weeks there, I fell in love with Ukraine, with its culture and with its people. I heard their history and listened to their stories of fierce independence when Ukrainians of all ages stood in defiance in 2013 against their pro-Russian president, forcing him to step down and let Ukraine be free of oppression. Some told me about how their dad was killed, or how when they were a teenage girl, they were barely missed by a bomb that blew apart their street. All of these things happened in 2014 when Russia attacked and occupied Crimea, that's in Ukraine. Each person I spoke to, they had one thing in common. They had a drive to live and this hope for a better future for their nation. The more I heard and the more I discovered about Ukraine, the more I realized this short trip to Ukraine was only the beginning. I knew and saw that God had called me to this beautiful nation. And then I fell in love. I fell in love with the most amazing Ukrainian man, a man who loves his people and sees his nation through God's perspective. Someone whose heart is for the orphans and the widows, a man who I now call my husband. Ukraine became my home, my nation, and my people. My husband and I were on our honeymoon when Russia started attacking and bombing Ukraine in February. We suddenly found ourselves refugees, with each morning bringing these questions of, is our family still alive? Are they safe? There were countless phone calls and texts we sent to make sure that our friends and family and our ministry co-workers were safe. We watched our family be split apart, with my husband's mom and siblings becoming refugees and my husband's dad staying in Ukraine to take care of the grandmothers. We watched not only the Ukrainian army fight hard, but also Ukrainian civilians, young, old, men and women, fight so hard against Russia to protect their freedom and their homes. We watched as Russia brought destruction in and throughout our peaceful Ukraine. Mariupol, Ukraine, one of the first cities I visited, was completely destroyed by Russian bombs. Irpin, Ukraine, where my husband's friend had a restaurant, was now leveled and filled with bodies. Bucha and countless other cities were left with horrors beyond comprehension. Day after day, the war continues. With each day that passes, Ukraine needs more and more help. Ukraine needs your help. Ukraine needs you. They need food, they need aid, only the things that you can send them. They need your voice that will speak for them, speak about them, and stand for them. And most of all, Ukraine needs your prayers of peace, for protection, and an end to this war. Northwest Arkansas is partnering with Multiply Global to send over 280,000 meals to Ukraine from Northwest Arkansas, helping feed Ukrainians in a time when food production has all but ceased throughout Ukraine because of this war. Multiply Global has reached out to the people of Northwest Arkansas, calling all businesses, churches, families, and individuals to help feed Ukraine. They're calling you to help through donating, through spreading the word to everyone you know, and through helping on June 4th to pack these meals to send to Ukraine. So, how will you help Ukraine?